This is the idea of making Shakespeare accessible to people, not just in terms of language, but in terms of location. And I think in a lot of ways, you know, one of the beautiful things about Mobile Unit and just like the public is like going into these spaces and being like, this is your theater as well, right? And so allowing us the ability to do that in both English and Spanish, and also allowing us to do that with Shakespeare, right? I think, you know, one of the traditions that I come from, like Rebecca said, is like this tradition of street theater in Latin America and Argentina, and like, you know, one of the things that's so amazing about that is how music really brings the community in, right? There's this, you know, we're thinking about this idea of almost like the beginning of the show being like a procession of just music and dance and just celebration, because that's kind of what I feel unites us, right? And allows us to hear stories that, you know, remind us of our family members and of our stories. And, you know, Comedy of Errors at its heart is, you know, the way we've thought about it as a story of immigration. It's a story of two different countries and places. And being able to make that story accessible and musically, and also with Shakespeare. You know, part of the translation was not just making the songs in English and Spanish, but, you know, trying to bring in some of the heightened language in Spanish and some of the non-heightened language in Spanish as well, and the humor as well.